Welcome to today's video. We'll be talking about boredom as a young adult. Oh yes, boredom is such a real thing after you graduate college. I think it's from a mixture of not being around your friends all the time and being in a social environment 24/7. And I guess it's being in a place where you don't really choose to be in compared to when you're in college. You kind of want to be surrounding yourself with friends and people who are your own age. I feel like when you're around people your own age, you have a lot more in common, and I feel like natural friendships spark from there. And I guess there's a lot of spontaneity and randomness when you're in college and when you're in school. I feel like a lot of random things just kind of happen that are very exciting, right? You might be walking to class and there might be people playing frisbee on the lawn, or there's a farmer's market happening in the student union, or there's maybe even a concert going on, and it's just like you bump into your friends all the time. You're like, hey, how's it going? And you catch up. Versus when you're an adult, you are around very old people depending on your industry. But for myself, I work around very old people, as I've talked about in other videos. My coworker is 39 years old. My manager is like 40 something. I think I'm the youngest person in the office by like 20 years. It's kind of crazy. I'm not saying you have a lot in common, but just the depth of conversation is a lot more serious. And I'm not saying you can't have fun while having these conversations, but you know, when they're talking about kids and stuff, you can't really relate to that. And when people ask you what you do this weekend, you can't really say you went out like partying and you just got like fucked up on the weekends. Probably not very professional at work. Most of the time, older people just kind of stay in and hang out with their kids, and it's so wholesome. Yes, but boredom is very, very real as an adult. I've noticed it when you start working. You work 8 to 5, you get off, you probably go to the gym, and you probably have like a couple hours to yourself every day. And it's kind of the same thing 5 days a week. For some people, if you're an investment banker, that's 7 days a week. So there's not that much time to kind of like explore other things. I feel like if you're stuck at a desk all day for 8 to 9 hours, it can be soul crushing at times, right? Boredom as a young adult. I feel like you have to create your own meaning and intentionally go out of your way to do something exciting and get the exercise as well you need. I've noticed that if I just go to work and I get off and then just play video games, it's a very depressing day because I haven't really interacted with anyone and haven't done anything very exciting. So I think going out and exercising and just walking in nature really helps with that. It kind of stimulates the endorphins and the dopamine and all the chemicals in your brain to make you feel better. But on the weekends, you definitely have to go out and make plans in advance to see your friends, because otherwise you just grow up very, very fast. When you're working all the time, paying bills, it can kind of make you feel, it feels like there's no point or meaning in your life anymore, because you're just kind of like working to survive, to pay off these bills. And if you don't pay off these bills, you get kicked out of their house and you end up on the streets, and then blah, 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 blah. I think creating meaning as a young adult has been very hard for me. I feel like it's hard for everyone, right? Because you come out of an environment where you put in no effort and you're always around the fun, exciting things. But now as an adult, you have to go buy like tickets to a concert. You have to go to the bars. You have to make an active effort to meet people. You have to create your own meaning. And I think that's the beauty of adulthood, is you can kind of guide the direction of your life versus just kind of going with the flow. I feel like if you just go with the flow of an adult, you just become very, very mature very early on. And I guess this leads to a midlife crisis or a quarter life crisis, which is something you don't want. And I feel like you do have an active choice to kind of postpone these feelings of remorse and regret. And that means jumping on opportunities as they come up. So if that means like meeting a new friend for drinks, definitely go for it, or trying out new hobbies, because amazing friendships can stem from it. For myself, I had to do something very exciting. And what did I do? I chose go-kart racing. Go-kart racing was a mixture of excitement, competitiveness. It was everything I needed after sitting at a desk all day or all week. That's what I've done. So if you're feeling very, very bored after college, I think it's completely normal. And this is just kind of a wake-up call that you need to design your life and put more effort into things that you care about and into social events. So that means taking the risk and asking your coworkers to get a drink, or if you go out to a local bar, just make new friends, or if you see a neighbor you run into all the time, get their number, hang out. Because I've noticed if you don't take action to get rid of the boredom, you're just gonna end up inevitably bored, because no one's gonna save you. And unless you take action, it's gonna remain this way. So I hope you found some value from this video. Please like, subscribe for more content. And my apartment will be changing soon. I'm moving, so hopefully I can show you my new apartment, and I hope that's very exciting. And hopefully by then I have more subscribers. So I wish you the best. Namaste.